You you have felt it too, that strong vibration, strong energy. We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Mm. You began to ask me something about this kundalini energy.
Yes.
And I said, well, maybe I can talk about it later.
Yes.
So what do you want to ask me about it?
Last year,
Mm.
I had a spontaneous, wonderful, amazing experience. I didn't know what it was at that time. Later I found out that it's called Kundalini Awakening.
Mm.
It was the most divine, amazing thing I have ever felt. No words can explain that feeling.
Mm.
Since then, things have changed. I was wondering after that day if it's possible to feel that sensations again just by inviting it, and it was. Now I know that I just feel things differently. It's not just theory. It's I just feel the energy around me, and not just energy around me, I am that energy. I have no doubts about that, because I have experienced it. If I haven't experienced it, probably there would be times that I would doubt, definitely, because we need some kind of confirmation, I guess.
Mm. When you say energy, what you mean by that? That you are that energy? Because all life is energy.
Yes.
All life is energy.
I just...
At one level of expression, you can say it's all energetic, all this existence.
At that moment,
what
I
would
just
be so
felt
different or special about Kundalini energy?
you just feel completely different. You feel your body in a different way. You actually feel beyond your body. It just there are wonderful sensations. I remember there were a lot of involuntary movements. It was very scary, kind of scary at the moment, but I wasn't afraid, because just with any other thing that you know is good for you, you're not afraid. Even though at sometimes when this energy is climbing up and reaching your throat and your mouth, and you feel like you're not breathing for some time, but you're not afraid.
And now, how is it?
Now, it has its ups and downs, but I know that it will be like that in this lifetime. Every day will be a challenge.
So it is an experience.
Yes.
Comes, like all experience, they have beginning, have end, have change.
Yes.
But it's not what you are. There's a physicality about it. And it's also sensational. It's a sensation. It comes. There's awareness of it also. Of its presence, of its weakening, of its strengthening, of its coming and going. So it is also a phenomenon that comes and goes.
But that is fine.
Yes. Nowhere in any form of yoga would that be admitted as the supreme state. It is only another sensation, strong, pleasant at times, as you use the word involuntary in its expression very often. So it's another effect in consciousness. Here we are concerned about the truth, but what really is in which energies flow, they come and go, but it cannot be described merely in energetic terminology. That is energy, it's coming and going, it's strong, it's light, it's like this. No, these are effects in consciousness. And so either you want to stay with that, and that becomes your thing that you enjoy, this energy, and people say you can do this with the energy or that, or you want to proceed further into your own nature, your true nature, and discover what is timeless in yourself. Immutable, meaning it's not affected by energy or by the movement of the body-mind. That which is called the pure self. That is what the topic is here. That's the, we may call it a kind of goal, but I don't want to use these words so much. But the point of the investigation is to be in the direct experience of that. And by direct experience, I don't mean the experience which is the going and coming, but the experience which simply is one's nature. If you want to, maybe the word is not experience. I don't know, maybe the word is not experience.
I feel that is something that I have not tried to achieve. It just happened. It's natural, and I feel that.
We were in India, I think it was a couple of years ago, and a young couple was staying in an apartment very near to where we are staying. And the girl, she had been doing this, some energy work for quite some time. She was fascinated with that. But in the middle of the night, the boyfriend came to the house, was very, very shaken up, and asking for help, because her body was just flicking on the bed, and she was terrified. She didn't really know what to do. She was completely terrified. Felt possessed almost. And so I went over there and stayed with her. It was not fun. It was not fun. She was totally terrified. And to calm those energies down, then somehow she was exhausted. I would not encourage anyone to play around with energy work and, even Shaktipat and all of this thing if it is only for experience. Really, the real search should be really for the truth, and not for any kind of experience. These may come also unasked for. They can come also naturally.
Should we just not relax and whatever comes, comes?
Should we not relax and whatever comes, comes? Sure, nothing wrong with that.
Just stay present. This is something that came to me.
Yes. You can carry on. You say stay present. But presence is unpracticed. It is just what is. Staying present, or sometimes you may be advised, stay in presence as that. And a little twist of consciousness, and the light is there again to see that there's only what is. That is different. But from where you're speaking to say, okay, I just have to stay present, let what happens, sure, why not? I don't want to interfere. If you are sincere, and this is what it means, yeah, I just stay as I am, and whatever happens, happens, then why would you come to a place like this?
Actually, that's unlike many people here, I didn't even know about you before I registered. It was a strange thing. I just knew I have a very strong intuition, and I just knew that I had to go somewhere, and some things were coming up, but no, that wasn't it. And then basically I just heard a day before or something like that, before the registration, and I just knew I had to register, and then later I watched a few of YouTube clips, so, and I didn't regret it.
There are many expressions of this form. You see it plenty in India, because India is such an open place on that level. It's very open, where you find many expressions of yoga are very uncommon visually in the West. You might find someone standing on one leg for the last 8 years, or rolling around on the earth from city to city, which can be hundreds of miles, or having their legs around their head for 11 months. And you may say, I don't see the point of it really, but it is also consciousness, also expressions of consciousness, you can say like that. It is not directly concerned with liberation, but just at the powers of consciousness and the vital force and the powers of concentration and of austerities like this you can do.
Why do you say that it's not directly concerned with liberation?
Because they're not liberated at all. They are sometimes just also ego can be very big. You feel very special, and people come, a crowd around you, you stand there, and something feels satisfied with this. Liberation is when you know absolutely, without doubt. Even to say no is not the strongest word to use. You are one with that. There isn't a person doing something. There isn't a person having an experience. The whole idea about personhood becomes very, very thin for you. You see sometimes people in different states of suffering, emotional, physical, psychological suffering, and you see clearly how it's brought about. That personality is at the root of it. Ego is at the root of it. And still there's a stubbornness to shift from those positions. But unless the power comes inside to be in contact with that, you don't bother about it. It can be there. But these powers that you speak about, kundalini energies, and they come and they are moving in the body and they're very beautiful and whatever.
Have you experienced that?
Oh my dear, that's child's play.
Okay, just asking.
Please. There are many yogis probably even here who have been doing these things or have been having these experiences for years and now are searching for freedom. There are people who have done incredible things, but they know it's not freedom. There are people who have good following and students, but they know as yet they have not attained liberation. they're honest enough to say. So any of these things, even being able to be in two places at once, it really isn't it. I just want to say that.
I'm not doubting these words.
I'm not even asking anybody to believe them. But you ask, I tell you like that. My encouragement is only for those and not for everybody. I don't feel to go around encouraging people to search for themselves. It's not my place. But some come by themselves. I don't know how. But they come and they have an urge, and somehow this contact happens. And we explore together. And the fruit of that looking is more beautiful in my eyes than any supernatural experiences or any Siddhic expressions. To see someone coming out of the suffering that is due to false identity. That is the heart's work, if you want to say.